Do you get the sense that he's not committed to your relationship? Does he disappear without warning, only to show up hours later like nothing's wrong? Is your boyfriend cheating on you? In this video, I'll show you how to figure this out once and for all. Hi, I'm Emily Baker from LoveLearnings. I make it my mission to help you optimize your mindset for the modern dating world. I know dating sucks right now, but with a little help, it can actually be incredible. If you're looking for more advice, please subscribe to this channel so I can make more videos like this one. So, in this video, I'm going to go through a short checklist of sorts so we can determine whether he's cheating, or whether you're just up in your head. I want to start by saying that cheating is one of the most hurtful things you can do to another person. And if it does turn out that he's being unfaithful, then you have my sincerest apologies. But either way, after this video is over, you should have a better idea of what he's been up to and what you should do next. As always, you need to know that this isn't an exact science. These are just the best indicators that you'll find that suggest that he may be cheating. Don't go up to him and accuse him of anything based on this alone. We'll talk more later in this video about what to do if you seriously suspect him of cheating, but first, let's get into this list. Number 1, missing time. Cheaters can spin a lie to explain almost anything, but there's one thing that cheaters can't completely cover up, and that's missing time. I don't care how quick he is in the bedroom. If he's cheating on you, then that takes time. This is even more obvious if you two live together, as he'll have to find some reason to duck out for 3 hours. But it's something to look for even if you two live separately. That's why you need to be vigilant and ask him where he's been and who he's been with. Chances are he's not going to admit to everything if you do this, but it's going to become increasingly obvious if he's lying to you or covering something up. Obviously, he's going to have a lie about having to stay at work late or an old friend showing up at the last minute, but if he's doing this consistently, it's going to add up and you'll realize that these excuses are really a smokescreen to cover up his cheating behavior. Number 2, sudden displays of affection. Many people expect a cheating partner to completely withdraw all affection and give it to the new person in their lives, but the truth can be a whole lot more complicated. For many cheaters, this new relationship reawakens a sex drive that may have been dormant for some time. This means that if he is all of a sudden more affectionate, more loving, and more sexual with you than he was recently, then cheating could be the culprit. The same goes for him giving you gifts and other tokens of his affection. This happens for an entirely different reason. A cheater is usually racked with guilt, as he should be. He feels terrible for what he's doing, and he's terrified that you're going to find out and blow up his life. This is why he may be extra attentive to your needs, even going as far as to get you thoughtful gifts. Don't be fooled, as he's only doing this to ease his own mind so he can put his full attention onto the other person. Number 3, missing money. Another telltale sign to look for in a cheater is unexplained spending and money problems. The truth is that new relationships are expensive, especially if they're secret. The same goes for hotel rooms, flowers, and the like. If he's cheating on you, then there's a good chance that there's a paper trail you can track down if you're willing to dig up the dirt. Obviously, this is much more obvious if you live together and share finances, but even if you don't, there are signs to look for. Maybe he's typically a big spender who's willing to take you out to the fanciest places, but he suddenly wants to stay home and meal prep instead. These are all little indicators that his finances are in trouble and he's hiding it from you. And if so, that's not the only thing he's hiding. Number 4, multiple people are telling you the same thing. Life is messy, and people can lie. That's kind of the whole idea behind cheating. So if one random person tells you that your boyfriend is cheating on you, then they may just be jealous and trying to start drama. But it's a different story if many people are coming to you to tell you that your partner is being unfaithful. So maybe they saw him flirting with other people, saw him at the club when you thought he was home in bed, or actually claimed to have caught him in the act. Take these kinds of signs seriously, because it's very unlikely that more than one person is trying to sabotage your relationship in this way. Number 5, your relationship began as an affair. If you two started your relationship while he was still with someone else, this is a great sign that he's going to cheat yet again. While I do believe that people can change, it's still true that the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. It doesn't matter how bad and broken he claimed that his last relationship was when you two got together, cheating is still cheating. And there's a good chance that he's saying the same things to his new mistress to justify cheating all over again. Again, this isn't a sure thing, but it's something you need to be aware of if you want a serious relationship with a former cheater. If this is the case, then you also need to know that your suspicions are completely justified. He needs to do some serious work to make you trust him if he wants you to stick around. Number 6, he's doing a lot of laundry. This is a weird one, but it's also one of the easiest to spot if you know what you're looking for. If he's out here cheating, then chances are he's coming home looking disheveled and potentially smelling like someone else. To hide this, he's going to be doing laundry more often, at strange times, and without explanation. Once you notice this one, it's clear as day. So either he's cheating on you or he's a secret bedwetter. Either way, not a great outcome. Number 7, sudden secrecy. Some guys can be less forthcoming than others. Obviously, this is something you need to figure out if you want to have a close relationship, but that's not what we're talking about here. If he suddenly becomes much more closed off to you about certain things, unwilling to tell you what he's been doing or where he's been going or who he's with, then this is a serious cause for alarm. This goes double for guys who suddenly keep their phones on them at all times and won't let you see them even when there's a good reason. Again, if he's always been like this, then it doesn't mean anything. It's when he starts doing it out of nowhere that you should be worried. Number 8, changes in appearance. If your partner is suddenly taking pride in his appearance when he previously let it slip, then this could be a sign that he's being unfaithful. This is because men will often put their best foot forward to impress new women in their lives. The question is, if you're not this woman, then who is? This could include things like going to the gym a lot, getting new clothes, getting a fancy haircut. Really, anything out of character that shows he's acting differently than he was a few weeks ago. Now, I want to do something a little less traditional. We have all these signs that he is cheating, but let's talk about signs that you're off base and he is actually not cheating. Again, these signs don't prove anything 100%, but they're things to be aware of if you want to truly get to the truth. These are more signs that you're overthinking than they are conclusive proof that he's faithful. Number 1, you were hurt in the past. This is the number 1 predictor that you're going to be up in your head, worrying about cheating, whether or not he's given you any reason to. Being cheated on can seriously mess up your radar. It can make it difficult to tell what's real and what's your own trauma. It can make it feel like it's impossible to trust another person to treat you the way you deserve. So, if you've been cheated on in the past, then you need to be really cautious of accusing someone of cheating. That being said, if you've been cheated on, then chances are you're hyper aware of the signs that point to cheating. So use that to your advantage here to get to the bottom of what's really going on. Number 2, you've never had the talk. Cheating isn't possible without a commitment. If you two are just keeping it casual and you've never made it clear that the two of you are exclusive, then there's a chance that he's seeing other people and sees nothing wrong with it. Now, of course, it's possible to break someone's trust this way, and the fact that he's hiding it is a sign that he knows that he's doing something wrong. But I do want to caution you against trusting someone to be exclusive when the two of you have never had this conversation. It doesn't matter how nice he is to you or how often the two of you see each other. If you're not official, then you really have no leg to stand on here. Communication is vital to create a healthy relationship and avoid situations like this. How can you trust someone when you're not able to have an open and frank discussion about your relationship with them? Think about it. Number 3, you're a naturally anxious person. If you're someone who catastrophizes over the smallest thing, the idea that he's cheating on you can be an extremely slippery slope for you to slide down. Anxiety will have us convinced that our best friends hate us and that we're gonna die tomorrow. Cheating is something that we all worry about, and the very fact that it's secret can make it even more easy to see it, even though it isn't there. Now, I know you're not crazy. And chances are there's something bad going on in your relationship that has you feeling this way, but it isn't necessarily your worst fear. If this sounds familiar, I'd recommend you talk this out to a licensed therapist, or try to get treated for your anxiety if you feel up for it. It can really be a huge game changer. Number 4, your relationship is falling apart. Many people mistake a general downward trend in their relationship for a sign of cheating, but they're missing the bigger picture. Yes, if your relationship is falling apart, then it's common for one or both partners to resort to cheating as a cry for help or to try to get their needs met, but there's more to this story. If this is the situation you find yourself in, then you need to focus on the relationship as a whole, rather than obsessing over infidelity. Because he may or may not be cheating on you, but your relationship is definitely going to fall apart unless you take action. What should you do next? So now that we've looked at a few different options, let's talk about how to proceed if you think your boyfriend may be cheating on you. First, I'd recommend you take things slow and don't blow up your relationship until you're absolutely sure that he's been unfaithful. In a minute, I'll cover how to confront him with your suspicions, but before that, I'd recommend you try a less direct approach. You need to test the waters with him and see if you can get more clarity about how things are going. First off, pinpoint what he's doing that is causing you to worry that he's cheating. This is what we're going to focus on here. So, say that he left on a last-minute boys' trip last weekend. Something smells fishy, but you aren't sure what. Well, now is the time to poke the bear and see what you come up with. Ask him a few innocuous questions about the trip. This can always be done under the guise of being a good partner who is genuinely interested in his life, so don't be afraid to go deep here. Watch his reaction. Does he seem put off by your questions? Is he defensive? Does he take a long time to answer basic questions about the trip? And most importantly, do any of his answers contradict other things he's told you? This is how you know that he's truly hiding something from you. So, what should you do if it's more than one thing? In other words, you're pretty certain that he's cheating on you, but you really want confirmation. Well, this is a slightly different conversation. Sit him down and explain to him what's been troubling you and lay it out to him in simple terms. Don't accuse him of cheating, but explain to him that you're concerned and that you wanted to talk about it directly so that the two of you can get on the same page. Watch his response. Obviously, a man may blow up if you insinuate that he's cheating, even if he is in fact a cheater. But if you can manage to have a calm conversation about this, then he's bound to offer up a defense for everything you've been accusing him of. Again, look for little inconsistencies, because these will show you the parts of his story that he's making up on the spot. Unfortunately, there's no real guaranteed way to make someone admit they've been cheating, but just having this conversation is bound to have some effect on both of you moving forward. Either this will accelerate the end of the relationship, or it will make him rethink his infidelity and commit to you for real. In any case, I hope you found this video useful and you're one step closer to finding out the truth about your boyfriend. I'm Emily Baker. If you learned anything at all, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. And if you have discovered your boyfriend's infidelity, I'd love for you to share your story in the comments below for others to learn from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.